Prismatic Evolutions prices are dropping. Should you buy? Should you sell? Let's talk about it. First things first, I want to quickly go over an image that Pokemon released. This is kind of old news by now. It came out like almost 2 weeks ago at this point, but I want to quickly go over it because this was basically a publicity stunt to get people to calm down about scalpers. They say they know it's an inconvenience right now. They're going to do their best to print more product and get more product on the shelf so people can find it at reasonable prices. And like I said, I think this was more of a publicity stunt than anything. But real quick, I do want to say if you do have any Pokemon cards or products that you want to toss in an app to make sure you keep track of your collection, make sure to check out Shiny in the description because it's a great app and it's basically like stocks for Pokemon. If you've ever used an app like Robinhood, it shows you all the graphs of the cards, whether they're up the last month or 3 months or whether they're down. Same with products as well. It does both TCG products and TCG cards, and not just Pokemon. You could do sport cards and other types of TCGs as well. So make sure to check out Shiny. But back to this, why I'm saying this is like a publicity stunt was just for Pokemon to calm down the outrage, because before Prismatic release there was crazy outrage at the prices, and even after the release with people, you know, running into Walmart to try and get their hands on it. So this is why they posted this. The main reason why I say this is Pokemon is doing their best to get this product out. It's not like they purposely didn't know or purposely short printed the Prismatic Evolutions. They knew this set had a ton of hype. They've known for months since they sold out in November. You think they couldn't print more in November? It's because they're printing the most they can right now. There's so much more demand in Pokemon. They've got those printers on max. And I don't remember who said it, but someone else made a great point. It's not even sometimes about printing the cards themselves. It's about the components that come in the boxes you get. So like an ETB, those coins and all that, those are most likely bought from China. Sometimes China doesn't have those. Or with the binder collections, the binders, you got to make all the binders. Sometimes the binders aren't made. Maybe you got cards ready to go, but you don't have binders to release in your binder collections or your poster collections. That's part of it. But Prismatic is, it's not like they're purposely not printing Prismatic. They're printing it. It's just getting eaten up super duper fast, and they can't really just turn up the printers like this. They're probably already up, and the only way they can get more is by building more facilities to print more Prismatic, which is going to take time, of course. Building anything takes time, so that's what I think about this. Now more towards the point of the video, should you buy or should you sell Prismatic? Looking at some of the graphs, we actually dropped since release 8% for the Elite Trainer boxes. This is the 3-pack of the sticker collections. It says it's up. I couldn't find the actual 3-pack, sticker collections. It's just the set of 3. But then here with the binder collection, it's down barely. The past 3 months, it's down 35%. Same with the poster collection. And then booster bundles are the only thing up right now. Probably because they have not released yet. Still pre-sale, and they don't release till March. So it's going to be a while for these. Crazy that they're like $177. Jeez. Getting near $20 a pack there. But just because it's red does not mean I think you should start selling. Right now, I would say is a buying phase for Prismatic if you are in it for the long run. If you want to sell your ETBs, you really need this $50 to $60. You bought them MSRP. You need to sell them at $110. Go ahead. If you need that money, go ahead. But I'm telling you right now, 5 years in the future, they will be more. They will be worth more. So if you don't need that money, there's no reason to flip them right now. It's not like this reprint is going to really change this. This is a very high in demand set. They don't have the facility to completely print it into the ground. They literally can't, especially with new sets continuing to come out. And even what I say, even if they do print the heck out of it, look at the last printed set that was, printed into the ground, per se. Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith, when it came out, had so much stock, so much print, and it's still being restocked to this day sometimes with those Sea and Sky collections and Sam's Club. So Crown Zenith is still fluctuating, and even so, it has seen a crazy growth. And Crown Zenith is nowhere near Prismatic. Crown Zenith, another specialty set, but Prismatic, the Sunbreon or Moonbreon, whatever people are calling it, all the other evolutions, the other cool SIRs like Roaring Moon, all of those, when Crown Zenith just has like, a Giratina, an Origin Form Palkia, Dialga, Mewtwo. It has good cards, don't get me wrong, but not Prismatic level. I mean, you have a card in here, the Umbreon, that is like a down payment on a house. Not quite that much, but you know what I'm saying. Considering you can pull a $1,700 card, whatever it is now, it's dropped since release, but considering you can pull a card worth that much money, these are not going to drop unless all of the singles drop as well. But the demand is here. There's plenty of demand for Prismatic, and if these ever get below 100, I'm going to pick up a lot of them because they're not going to be below 100. I mean, you look at 151, you look at other high in demand sets, they're you know, let's check out 151. Yeah, just a normal 151 Elite Trainer box is 173, and it does not have a $1,700 chase card or multiple cards worth several $100s. I'm not sure what they're all at right now, but Charizard, last I knew, was the only one like cracking 200 or so. Maybe some others have gotten over 100, but that's still nowhere near 1,700 or 500, whatever these Master Balls are going for. And this is 172. If anything, this is a buying opportunity because it's 112 and you have all of these chase cards still up there now. Sure, they are inflated because it's still, you know, 10 days post-release, whatever it is. But I don't know that they'll come down that much. You know, it's not going to go from $1,700 to $200 ever. You know, maybe it goes to like $1,300. I don't know. That's out of my prediction ability. But even then, it's starting at $1,700 for $100. Sure. If these are 100, I mean, even 115. I mean, I think we're still in a buying phase. The people that are laughing at scalpers because of this statement are the Timmies. They're the Timmies. They think that all magically Prismatic's going to start appearing on shelves. That's just not what happens. They're printing Prismatic. I'm telling you, they are printing it the best they can. They can't compete right now, and they're not going to be able to compete until they build more facility to print more or get components, whatever it may be. You know, like these binders or whatnot that maybe be stopping them. All the stuff that goes into it. So right now I'm in a buy phase. If you want to sell for $50, $60, you know, profit per box, sure, you can make a lot more in 5 years if you just hold on to them for long term. Once these go out of print, they'll start going up big time. And they'll probably be in print for a couple years, but just hold on to them, baby. Unless you really need that $60, like I'm saying, or you know, with these, it's $15, $16. The MSRP is like $16, maybe $17. You don't need to flip them that badly, do you? Maybe you do. I'm not hating on anybody. For me personally, I have several Elite Trainer boxes. Unless I stumble across a restock and get some at MSRP, probably not buying a bunch of these. But I do want to pick up at least a binder collection. I think it's a cool box. I'll probably end up paying this price, which I don't mind. But I just want one of them. I mean, you know, it's an investment, but also just a collection's sake. Maybe a poster collection too. But yeah, I have plenty of ETBs. I got surprise boxes coming in whenever those release. One other thing. Oh, mini tins. There is a spot here with mini tins at a decent price. Forge and Fire Gaming. I'm not sure how much they have, but $230. They're posting an entire display of mini tins. That's 20 packs. You might be able to individually sell these because of the promos or the evolutions on the tin for $230. I think, just looking at it, you know, at other listings, you got a pretty solid deal here. I went ahead and bought one of them. I'm not sure if there's a quantity. Yeah, you could probably buy all of them for $230. This was like $19 tax though. I'm not sure what that was about. Never paid that much tax on anything, but $19 tax is, it pretty much puts you close to here if that's what you have as well. But $270 is market price for a mini tin display. They come out in about 10 days, and this is a pre-order, so your money's gonna sit there for 10 days. But even so, pretty solid deal. $230, market's $270. Forge and Fire, you probably don't have a ton. Maybe it lets you put a big quantity in here, so maybe they have a lot of them. I don't know. Sorry if you hear that clicking, but I think these are solid just because the individual tins themselves might sell for good money if people are trying to collect all the evolution tins, and it's a good deal. This is what I bought today. I bought one of these for $230 with tax and shipping. It came out to like $250. So it's only $20 under MSRP right now, and they might drop, like everything else has done at release. But I think we're in a buying phase still for Prismatic, even at what it's at now. If you're long term, if you're trying to flip, of course, yeah, you want to pick it up at MSRP and flip it for $50. But if you're long term, this has plenty of room for growth, even if it gets printed to the ground. Crown Zenith, it's maybe not the best example, but Crown Zenith ETBs were like, talk about printed into the ground. Crown Zenith ETBs were printed into the ground. And they're costing $100 now with sets that, I mean, this is only $10 more. You're telling me you got 51 items selling? There's definitely way more here, but you're telling me Crown Zenith at $100 is better than Prismatic at $112? Well, I'm starting to convince myself here to buy some more ETBs at $112. I mean, it just doesn't make sense right now with how much the singles are, and with how the singles have started. I don't see them like completely crashing and burning. You know, $1,700 Umbreon. That might have been saying the wrong thing this whole time, but even if it's $1,000, it's not dropping to, you know, 400. It's gonna stay close to 1,000, and all the other ones are probably close to the same. As long as, you know, Pokemon doesn't just surprise us and print the ever-loving crap out of it. I just don't think they even have the ability to do that. So we're in a buying phase. Unless you really need the money, then I guess you can flip it and sell it right now. But comparing it to other sets that have cards worth way less inside, we're in a buying phase, fellas. 112 is not bad if you're in it for the long run. These are not bad for a case right now. And then, you know, even these MSRP, I love these more. If you're going to pay out of MSRP, may as well get the ETB. But that's my take on Prismatic. Let me know if you agree. Like I said, if they print the crap out of this, I still think it's good if you're long term. If you're short term and you're one of these new guys just trying to flip stuff, sure, it's not gonna help you if they print it and there's a ton in stock. But long term, we've seen sets that get printed a lot long term perform well. Crown Zenith is hitting that right now, and it's still Crown Zenith is still getting in stock, like I said, in Sam's Club sometimes. Prismatic, I think, is a good deal, especially with how these singles are shaping up to be expensive wise. So see you in the next video.